Hey everybody, it's Jason and Rachel Harper with the Harper team. Today we're going to talk about Franklin, Tennessee. We have a ton of info, a ton of notes, so let's dive into it.
Yeah, so we're going to start at the very beginning. Franklin was founded in 1799 and was named after by
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, obviously. So in the years before the Civil War, Williamson County, which is the county Franklin is in, was a super wealthy area. However, the Civil War hit and devastated their economy. Union troops occupied Franklin for a couple years, and basically all the buildings and homes were turned into hospitals for the soldiers. After the Civil War, it took about 120 years for the economy of Franklin to rebound.
Crazy.
So, yeah. But today, Franklin is one of the wealthiest cities in America.
Yes, so
Yeah.
right, like people are usually shocked at how expensive it is.
Yeah.
It's pricey.
It is.
But it's awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's talk location. Where is Franklin located? We kind of use Nashville downtown as our central area. So from Nashville, where is Franklin?
Yeah, it's basically 20 minutes south on the 65.
I'd say it's more like 30.
20
miles.
20 miles south, 30 minutes from Nashville.
You're going to get people upset with that traffic.
Yeah. Well, so it can be 30 minutes, it can be 25, and it can be an hour, but it's about 30 minutes south. And if you're coming up from Alabama or Chattanooga, it's about an hour and a half north.
Yeah, and then the population in 2023 is almost at 90,000 people. So it's growing super fast right now. Obviously, The past few years has had a lot of growth. Household income is about roughly 100,000 to 110,000, which is significantly higher than the national average, which is 64,000 a year.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Almost like double. Mm-hmm. Franklin is known for being just a super friendly, super welcoming, lot of it's an area I would say most families that inquire about Tennessee, that's one of the top areas they always start with. It's just known for having great schools, being family friendly, tons of amenities. It's something like from a storybook, honestly.
It's call it Disneyland of main streets.
Yeah.
Definitely. And they also have they're really well known for their events that they put on, festivals, parades, 4th of July, Christmas. It's a popular thing to do is to head down there to Franklin for the holidays.
If you can plan a trip around the holiday time, that has to be on your list of things to do. It's awesome.
I will say though that there is an area in Franklin called Cool Springs, which is a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
So if you don't necessarily want that old school Americana vibe, there is Cool Springs. There's a lot of corporations and businesses that are in there, and a lot of nice homes over there, and a really nice shopping mall too.
Yeah.
So we thought we would dive into the neighborhoods of Franklin. We'll kind of go through the main ones one by one, and just to kind of give you a little idea of what they're like. And if you want more details on each neighborhood, of course, we can give you that. And probably later on down the line, we'll do separate videos for each neighborhood. But the first one is Westhaven. Westhaven is about 10 minutes from downtown Franklin.
As funny as this might sound, depending on the part of the country you're in, they have wide sidewalks, which if you've been to Tennessee from a state like, say, California, a lot of people are shocked at how few sidewalks there are. So yeah, sidewalks, just really pretty tree-lined streets, tons of parks, just a really welcoming, kind of cohesive environment.
It's almost like a it's like a city within a city, because you have shopping and restaurants, multiple swimming pools, walking trails, tennis courts. They even have a golf course and a fitness center. So lots and lots of things for you to do in Westhaven. So as far as schools in Westhaven, really anywhere in Franklin, being that you're in Williamson County, you're going to have a great school.
So at the time that we're recording this, we did a rolling 12-month, just median price, medium size house. So in Westhaven, over the past 12 months, the average home that sold was just over 3,000 square feet, had 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, The average list price was just shy of 1.35 million, and the average sales price was only about $10,000 off. So it's an area where when homes come available, oh, and the average home was built in 2022, and the average days on market were 21 days. So all that being said, super popular community at a price point of over 1.3 million. To only see about a $10,000 to $15,000 range in which prices are negotiated shows that even though it's a pricey community, it is really, really high demand. So if it's one you're looking at, just be prepared that it's an area where most people are paying pretty close to list price, and the homes are not sitting on the market too long.
All right, moving on to Fieldstone Farms. Fieldstone Farms is probably one of the most popular, well-established neighborhoods in Franklin, located just a few miles north of downtown Franklin. Easy access to like major roads like Hillsborough Road and the I-65, making an easy commute to Nashville. As far as amenities go, they've got community pools, tennis courts, walking trails, clubhouse, playgrounds, all the typical things that you're going to find in a master plan community.
The schools, the nice thing too is the schools, like we mentioned with Westhaven, amazing. I mean, throughout the whole county, the schools are great. But one thing about Fieldstone Farms is your schools tend to be, they're fairly close to the community. The homes are a tad bit smaller. So again, over the past year, these are the averages. You had the average home sold was a little over 2,300 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. The average year built was also a little bit older. We're looking at about 1994. Again, another really high demand neighborhood. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with location, proximity to so many things, and the price point. The average home sold for $676 was the average, and the average asking price was $696. So again, another community where we really only see, on average, maybe about a $20,000 difference from asking price to sales price. And the days on market, really low, 11 days, which means, again, hot homes in this community are usually selling in a weekend.
Right.
So if you're looking at Fieldstone Farms, definitely be prepared to act quickly with the right home.
The next neighborhood we'll talk about is Cool Springs. I really like Cool Springs because there's lots of like good shopping and restaurants there. It's known for its residential and commercial mix and a lot of retail spaces there. One of the most developed parts of Franklin. And it is situated between Franklin and Brentwood, which actually makes easy commute. Like if you do have to commute into Nashville every day, it's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
The heart of Franklin is, like I said, Cool Springs Galleria, which is their large shopping mall that they have there, designer stores and little boutiques and everything like that there. And there are also a lot of corporate headquarters there. They've got Nissan, Healthways, Mars Pet Care. Who else has gone? I know In-N-Out Burger is going in there.
Ramsey is.
Dave Ramsey's there. I mean, it's just it's a great place for big corporations, and so it brings a lot of jobs in, which also helps.
Dining and entertainment too. It's another spot where I feel like you have a good blend of, you have plenty of like commercial restaurants that you would recognize, just sprinkled all throughout. You have lots of locally owned places that are all really great. Median price over the past year, well, we'll start with square footage. We're back up to larger homes. The average home was about 3,500 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Average home was built in 1999. And to me, this was crazy when I was looking at this. The average days on market is 2 days. The average list price was $985 and average sales price was $980. So again, one of those communities where almost every home coming up for sale is selling in the course of a weekend, basically at asking price.
The next up is my personal favorite, is Dowtown Franklin. Dowtown Franklin is probably one of the most desirable places to live in Tennessee. All the architecture there is 19th century architecture, Victorian style, antebellum style architecture. They've really done a good job of preserving that area. They
have some of the neatest homes within walking distance to the downtown district. We're talking like 1 or 2 blocks off of. I think they're some of the coolest houses in all of Tennessee, honestly.
And that's also where they hold like their famous Franklin Christmas festivals, and There's a lot of good dining that you can walk to there, and shopping. Little boutiques on Main Street are really cool.
For Airbnb folks, the little homes we're talking about around Franklin, at least as of the time we're filming this, it's one of the few areas in Franklin where you can do short-term rentals. So if that's something you're also kind of considering, that's definitely just that those couple little blocks outside of the downtown area are worth looking into. Okay, so let's talk numbers for downtown Franklin. I've said this with a few areas, and as you watch other videos from us with other areas of Tennessee, you will see there are a lot of areas where there's more negotiating power for a buyer. Not to sound like a broken record, but Franklin is in general not one of those places, especially here in downtown Franklin, where over the past year, the average list price and sales price of a home was $1.1 million. So basically, even though there was a 16 average days on market, homeowners in this little section of downtown Franklin hold pretty firm to their pricing, as you can see by basically the average was getting 100% of their asking price. The homes are substantially older. The average age for these homes sold was 1960.
They do get a lot older than that too.
They do, yeah.
Next up, we have Ladd Park. Ladd Park is one of the newer communities of Franklin. It's also known as Highlands at Ladd Park. It's located south of Franklin, not too far south of Franklin. It's new, so there's still a lot of new construction going on. In Ladd Park.
It's near the Harper River, which is a river that runs through.
A river.
It's a river. It runs through.
Also, they have 2 community pools, a clubhouse, several playgrounds.
Actually surprised with the pricing here, just because I feel like a lot of new construction with communities that have just so many amenities tend to be kind of sky high. And for an average of 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths with 3,300 square feet, we are looking at an average list price over the past year of $950 and an average sales price of $932. Average home is built in 2016. And again, another reoccurring theme. Average market time, 15 days. Sellers are pretty much getting close to what they're asking for. It's happening quickly in the matter of about 2 weekends. So if you're shopping in Ladd Park, that's what you can expect.
Yeah. All right, next up, one of my personal favorites. If you're looking for land and you got some money,
Lots of money.
Yes, Leiper's Fork. A lot of like celebrities and country stars buy homes out there, but it's so beautiful driving through there, and I love to drive through that neighborhood and go over to the distillery, the whiskey distillery over there. It has a little town inside of a town there, I guess you could say. They're known a lot for like their art community too, which is kind of cool if you're an artist, a rich artist. Very hard to get a home in Leiper's Fork. They rarely go up for sale. And a lot of historic homes, farmhouses, large country estates.
It's one of those areas, I think if you've watched like TV shows where they show a lot of Franklin, you've probably seen a lot of
that one?
Leiper's
There's
Fork.
one HGTV. Christy in the Country or something
Christina
like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's where her place is filmed, and everybody thinks that's what they're going to get when they go to Tennessee.
You hear of home prices at like $900,000. That is not at all. Leiper's Fork, you can expect to pay several $1 million. There's been homes that I've seen that are as much as $15 million. If you have the money, I think it's one of the few spots in the entire country that's just, there's
really beautiful.
Something magical about it. Pricing.
Yeah.
What do you think the average price is?
Well, I already looked.
Dang it.
I already know.
Okay.
There was only one that I could find that sold, but it sold for what,
4.15 million. They were asking 4.15 million. The home was newly built 2023, was on the market for 1 day.
There you go.
It was a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath with 6,000 square feet.
2 more left. All right, we got next up Mckay's Mill. Mckay's Mill has lots of parks, playgrounds. They have an HOA there, so they do plan lots of activities there as well. So another great neighborhood if you're new to the area to meet people.
a lot of these communities, you kind of have a very small fluctuation in price point. This is one where we'll definitely see kind of a price point for everybody.
Yeah.
So there's a good blend of, you know, you have your entry level homes all the way up to just like estate style homes. So there's a big range.
Yeah, they have swimming pools, walking trails, tennis courts, so all the same things that you can get in the other communities too, and a little bit lower of a price point. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And there is a town center in McKay's Mill with a grocery store and restaurants, coffee shops, and stuff like that.
And this spot's located a little closer to Cool Springs, which again is kind of like the newer, like more modern area. The price point is actually surprisingly friendly.
Yes.
The average home was just over 3,100 square feet that sold in the past year. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Average asking price was $781. Average sales price was $775. So recurring theme. Not a lot of fluctuation between what a seller is asking and you know what they've actually, what a buyer paid. Average home was built in 04. Average days on market, like most of Franklin, was very low. 11 days on market. So I feel like a broken record, but these homes are going quick and they are pretty much getting what they're asking.
All right, and the last community we're going to touch on is Berry Farms. Berry Farms is a cool, like, master plan mixed use community. They combine residential homes with retail, office spaces, recreational amenities, and another good walkability score. Some modern amenities at Berry Farms. They're located south of downtown Franklin. Yeah, so I mean, I think the biggest thing with Berry Farms is the whole mixed use thing. You can work there and live there.
Of the communities we've discussed, it's on the higher side. The average home that sold over the past year was basically 1.2 million with an average list price of 1.16 million. So I think this $40,000 gap is probably the largest gap we've seen from asking price to list price. Average age, 2016. Average days on market, like most of these communities, was 2 weeks. And you get about 3,300 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. There you have it.
There you have it. The communities of Franklin.
Yeah, so if you have any questions on any of these, or if you want any of this data like sent to you, or you know, whether you want like maybe a list of what's available in these communities.
Well, and I can put a link in the notes to these notes so you can have them.
Yeah. But as always, you can reach out and all that good stuff. And
if you have any questions about Franklin or any neighborhood in the greater Nashville area, let us know.
See you on the next one.
Peace out. Just kidding. Okay, bye.